Okay, good morning class. So at this point we are on our second video going through the memo of the paper that you guys have written in June for the benefit of yourselves and future grade 10 learners. The memo and the question paper can be found in the description box below. So yesterday we stopped at changing the subject of the formula for the equation k is equal to b square root of n plus 1 all over 10, and we got n is equal to 100k squared over p squared minus 1. Then in 4.2.2 it says hence or otherwise. So hence means to say, let's use the previous calculation, determine the value of n, as we have n is the subject of the formula, where k is equal to 12 and 7 over 16, so in that place you will put 12 and 7 over 16, and p, which is 5.63 times 10 squared, must be written in there, minus 1. So we are at this point at the bell rang, so we will carry on from here. So it's 5.63 times 10 squared, all squared, minus 1. So we put that in the calculator, it's going to be 100 into, so it's a mixed fraction, so you press shift and the fraction button, 12, 7 and over 16, must be squared, into 5.623 times 10 squared, minus 1. Give an answer of negative 0.95. It says 3 decimal places, so it's negative 0.951. Okay. 4.3, it says if x plus y minus 2 times x minus 4 minus y is equal to 0, determine the sum of x and y. People, what is the sum? What does the sum mean? You must add it, what the sum of x and y is. So I must calculate the value of x and y. I should have said first determine the values of x and y, because I can see already what the values of x and y are. Okay. So because we know that each product is equal to 0 here. So we say that x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 minus y is equal to 0. So x, I'm going to make x a subject of the formula in the first equation. So x is equal to minus y plus 2, and this is equation 1, and this is equation 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute equation 1 into equation 2. By doing that, whenever I see an x, I'm going to replace it with minus y plus 2. So it's minus y plus 2 minus 4 minus y is equal to 0. So that's minus 2y is equal to, that's negative 2, we take it over, becomes positive 2. So y is it equal to? Negative 1. So of course we substitute that back into equation 1. Since we in equation 1 we have x as the subject of the formula, so it's minus 1 plus 2, which gives me an answer of 3. Okay. So therefore, the sum of x and y, or x plus y, is equal to 3 plus negative 1, which is 2. But that's why I said, I should have said first determine the values of x and y, and then determine the sum of x and y. Okay, that is what I had to do. Why? Because I'm looking at the sum here already. I can see that x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. So x plus y, which is the sum of x and y, is equal to 2. So if you had done that, you should have gotten full marks as well. Because we didn't specify that you needed to solve for x and y first. Who did this method? And you got full marks? No, you should have gotten full marks. Why? Because of the wording is not right. Okay? The mistake is from my side, so you should get the mark. I'll allocate the mark for you. Sorry? Okay. People, number 5. So we did number patterns as well. So in number 5, you see, consider the sequence. You got negative 8, negative 6, negative 4. And write down the next two terms in the sequence. So if you're looking at the sequence, you got negative 8, negative 6, negative 4. So how do I move from one term to the next? I'm adding 2. So add 2. So if I add 2, I'm going to get negative 2. If I add 2, I get 0. So the answer they're looking for, I was looking for negative 2 and 0. 5.1.2, write down the general term of the sequence. So since we're adding a number all the time, this makes the pattern arithmetic. Not so. So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 d. So what's my A value? Negative 8 plus n minus 1 times 2. So it's negative 8 plus 2n minus 2, which is 2n minus 2. Okay. Then they ask you which term of the sequence will 244 be. So this is the nth term of the sequence. So if Tn is equal to 244, then 244 is equal to 2n minus 10. Take 10 over the equal signs, so 254 is equal to 28, 2n. Divide by 2 both sides, therefore n is equal to 120. So therefore, the 127th term is equal to 244. Or if I extend this pattern, okay, then the 127th term will be equal to 244. You guys understand? Okay. Let's do the next one. How many consecutive terms in the sequence will be required to give you a sum of 0? So what does consecutive terms mean? One after the other. Okay. So if you look at this pattern, let's take this pattern here. You just take this pattern. Consecutive means one after the other, right? So the consecutive terms in this case, what is the next term here? It's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. No. 2, 4, 6, 8. You just say yes, yes, yes. It is good. 2, 4, 6, 8. And so what happens is 2 plus minus 2 cancel. Minus 4 plus 4. Can you see? And that cancel. So if I'm going to put 10 as the next number here, of course it's not going to give you a sum of 0. So how many terms must be added? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 terms. 9 consecutive. Okay. Is it a good question? Who got that right? Nice. You see why you're here? That's the reason. Don't be surprised that you're sitting still in the class. Okay, you're the only one who got the sum right now. You can go home and tell your mommy, I think I got this under control. No? People consider the following pattern. You got 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4. The next time is going to be 1 over 5, 1 over 6, 1 over 7, and so on. Okay. Is the sequence linear? The answer is no. Okay. When is a sequence linear? If T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2. Okay, can you see that, people? So T2 is half minus 1. Is half minus 1 the same as a third minus half? That is going to be minus half is the same as minus 1 over 6. No. No? No. So therefore it's not linear. Okay. If it was equal, it would have been linear. Like if you look at the previous sum here, let's say this was term 1, term 2, term 3. So if term 3 minus term 2 is equal to term 2 minus term 1. So term 3 is negative 4 minus minus 6 should be equal to negative 6 minus minus 8. So that gives you minus 4 plus 6 is equal to minus 6 plus 8, which is 2 is equal to 2. Can you see that? So therefore that is linear. There's a common difference. But because the previous sum, you didn't have that common difference, so therefore it won't be now, of course, go linear. Alright, doing the alignment of the board. I hope it didn't affect anything there. Alright. Then the question is to write down the next two terms of the pattern. So the next two terms of the pattern, I've given it to you already, says 1, 2, 3, 4. So term 5 is going to give you 1 over 5, and term 6 is going to give you 1 over 6. Okay. And the next question, they ask you, okay, that has nothing to do with this one, this question, eh? Yeah. So in 5.3 we are told, if t n is equal to n squared plus n, determine the first three terms of the sequence. Okay. So, the first three terms, of course, is going to be term 1. If I see an n, I put a 1. So it's 1 squared plus 1. 1 squared is 1 plus 1 is 2. For term 2, if I see an n, I put a 2. So it's 2 squared plus 2. 2 squared is 4 plus 2 is 6. Term 3. So it's going to be 3 squared plus 3. So they give you 9, it'll be 12. So the first three terms is 2, 6 and 12. If we got the first three terms of the sequence. Okay. Are you okay, Michael? Did you knock like that now? Did you knock the table now? Did you knock the table now? Why? Are you okay? Don't put that mic on, in future. Alright, question 6. Study the diagram below and answer the questions that follows. So, if we look at this here, how many dots are here? 3, and we have 1 triangle and 3 sticks. 2 triangle and 5 sticks. No? So the sticks is 3, 5, and here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sticks. No? Okay. And then of course it's 3 dots. The dots here, 3 dots, 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. Okay. So they couldn't talk about sticks. They could still talk about dots, but I know the number of triangles is the same as the diagram number. Not so. As you can see, diagram 1 has 1 triangle, diagram 2 has 2 triangles, and so on. Okay. Draw the next diagram, diagram 4 of this pattern. So of course, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh my word. Let's realign this thing here. Try again. There's your first triangle, second triangle, third triangle, fourth triangle. So that's diagram 4. Not so. In diagram 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sticks. Okay. 9 side lengths, so they will on the board. Okay. That gets you 2 marks. How many, or they call it lines. How many lines in the pattern has? How many lines in the pattern with 5 triangles? How many lines in the pattern will have 5 triangles? Okay, so they're referring, okay, that phrase is not right, that question is not right, no? But anyway, they're referring to the sticks, what we call sticks, it's the lines here. So this is triangle 3, this triangle 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5. So if I extend this, then of course how many sticks will there be? 11. Okay. That to be rephrased a bit better there. How many lines are needed for n triangles? So in other words, here they're asking you about the general term. Not so. So if you look at the pattern that was generated, it was 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay? So how do I move from one term to the next? Adding 2, plus 2, plus 2, and so on. So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 d. What's your A value? So it's 3 plus n minus 1 times 2. So it's going to be 3 plus 2 n minus 2, as I'm getting rid of the bracket there, which will give you an answer of 2n plus. Okay. Let's look at 6.1.4. How many triangles are formed with 47 lines? 47 lines. So remember, this is your general term. So that is your nth term. So Tn is equal to 47. Okay, so but Tn is 2n plus 1. It's equal to 47. You take the 1 over the equal sign. So 2n is equal to 46. Divide by 2 both sides. So n is 20. So that means to say the 23rd, the diagram 23 will contain 47 lines. Okay, or 6. I'm calling it 6 over. In 6.2, if x plus 1 minus x plus 17 and are the 6th and 10th term of the sequence. So that is term 6 is equal to x plus 1 and term 10 is equal to negative x plus 17. With a common difference of 6. So it has a common difference of 6. With the value of 6. You need to find the value of x. So we know that the general term of a sequence is going to be Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1t. So for term 6 is going to be A plus 6 minus 1, which is 5d, and that is equal to x plus 1. Not so? Okay? On the other hand, T10 is going to be A plus 10 minus 1, which is 9d, and that is equal to minus x plus 17. Do you see that, people? But okay, so this I can drop here and drop here. What else are we told, people? We are told that the common difference is 6. So what is 6? Your T is 6. So we're going to substitute. T is equal to 6 wherever we see a D. So that will be A plus 5 times 6 equals x plus 1. I'm going to make A the subject of the formula. A is equal to x 1 minus that is minus 29, and that's equation. Okay. So on the other hand, the other side, so that will be A plus 9 times 6 equals negative x plus 17. So A is equal to negative x. Now 17 minus 54. What's 17 minus 54? 17 minus 54. So going to give an answer of negative 37. Negative 37. And this equation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do simultaneous equations. Okay? Pull this down here. So since we have A is equal to x minus 29, so you're going to substitute equation 1 into equation 2. Alright. So we have A, sorry. Sorry about this once again. The holiday was too long for this board. No? Okay. So what do we have? X minus 29 is equal to negative x minus 37. It's a matter of solving for x now. I take it over the equal sign. So 2x is equal to a negative 37 plus 29. Going to give you negative 8. Okay, so x is equal to negative 4. Alright, you all agree with that? So look at 6.3. Consider a selection of terms from a number pattern. So we don't know which terms these are, but it starts off. A couple of terms are taken out here, but we've got 10y minus 26. With 11y minus 28, we've got 12y minus 30, and we've got 13y minus 32. If the general term of the sequence is Tn is equal to 3n minus 6, find the first term shown above. The first term shown above is the 10th term. So we know that is a T10. Determine the value of y. So that is T10, T11, T12, T13 and so on. Not so? Alright, so if this is the 10th term, then T10 is equal to 10y minus 26. If I use that formula, T10 is equal to 3 times 10 minus 6, which is 30 minus 6, which is 20. So if T10 is going to be 10y minus 26 and T10 is equal to 24, therefore T10 minus 26 is equal to 24. You guys understand? You take that over the equal sign. So 10y is equal to 24 plus 26, which is 50. So y is equal to. Okay. Otherwise, you could have gone with if this is T11, then if T11 is equal to 11y minus 28, then T11 is also 3 times 11, which is 33 minus 6. What's 33 minus 6? 27. Is that correct? Huh? Yes. So that's going to be 11y minus 28 is equal to 27. So 11y is equal to 27 plus 28, which is 55. Divided by 11, so y is equal to 5. Or I could have gone with T12 or T13. Should have all given you an answer of 5. Okay, either one would get you the 3 marks. Okay. I think that's a nice question. And then in 6.4 it says, looking at the pattern made by the last digits of the power of 2. What would the last digit of 2 to the exponent 1996 minus 2 be? Okay. So if you look at this here, 2 to the 1. So I'm going to consider that first. I got 2 to the 1, of course, is 2. 2 to the 2 is 4. 2 to the 3 is 8. 2 to the 4 is 16. 2 to the 5 is 32. 2 to the 6 is 64. 2 to the 7 is 128. 2 to the 8 is 256. But I say, hang on. There's a 2486. Can you see? 2468. 2486. 2486. What do you notice? It's repeating. Repeat in pause. Not so. So every 4 it is then repeated. Can you see that, people? So the units digit here is 1486, 2486. The next is going to be 2486, and so on. Okay. So it repeats in 4s. So if you look at 1996 divided by 4. Okay, 4 goes into 16. 4 times carry 3. 4 goes into 36. 9 times. Not so? Carry 3. 4 goes into 36. 9 times. So how much is the remaining? 0. So if the remainder was 1, if it was 2 to the 1, then the unit digit will be 1. If the remainder was 2, the unit digit will be 4. If it's the remainder 3, there's now a remainder. Eh? If it's the remainder 3, the unit digit will be 8. Could I get the remainder 4? No. It will be divisible. So that is back at 0. So the units digit here is then going to be 6. Now 6 minus 2, this part now, is going to be 4. So the units digit must be 4. Okay. That gets you 3 marks then. The bonus question, let's see what's going on here. The value of the figure below is given by, people, is given by A plus B over C. So if you're looking at the relationship here and the triangle there, you'll see that whatever is here will go there, whatever is there goes there at the B, and whatever lies at the C's value will go in the place of C there. Okay. So we must find the value of this triangle here. However, this triangle is made up of 3 other triangles. So looking at the first one here, in A's place we got 1, so it's 1. In B's place we got 2 over 3, which gives me an answer of 1. Not so. If I apply the same rule here, in A's place I got 4, B's place I got 5 over 6. That then gives us 9 over 6, which is 3 over 2. So instead of this triangle, we actually see a 1 there, a 3 over 2 now. And in this case, we got 7 plus 8 over 9, which is 15. 15 over 9 is 5 over 3. So in its place here, I now got 5 over 3. You see that? Now we repeat the pattern again. So we go, in A's place we got 1, plus in B's place we got 3 over 2, and in C's place we got 5 over 3. So that will give you a 2. It will be 5 over 2, that must be divided by 5 over 3. So it's 5 over 2 times 3 over 5. Which gives me an answer 3 over 2. Which makes the answer C. Okay. So I think that brings us to the end of paper 1. Okay.